Hello everyone, how's it going? I actually learned in Slush 2 years ago to actually focus on just the founders. So I'm really excited this time around that I actually met some really interesting European, peeps, and I feel that this year around Genesis Ventures will showcase in their portfolio a couple of those teams. I'm really excited about them. So, like Eliso mentioned, we are an early stage fund. We've been around for just under 4 years. Is this supposed to work? Oh, that way. All right, so we're an early stage venture capital fund. We've got about 25 million under investments. We range 100 to 400K ticket sizes. We also do follow-ons. Our average ticket size with our current performance is around 300K. We've made approximately 11 follow-on investments up to Series A. And we have in our portfolio LPs that are also angel investors that complement not only with their money and their checks, but also with their subject matter expertise to double down on the teams, opening up doors, help them with tech and commercial and business type of support. So we actually do a lot of work on the number 2 piece, where we support our founders in accelerating and building their business, both from a technical and a commercial perspective. We have sessions where we sit down and actually work with them through all the intricacies. But the number 1 focus for us is for the team to get to the next round. We don't really care until that happens, how they move forward 5, 6, 7, 8 years down the road. So anything pre-seed first investment, we try to make sure those 18, 24 months are really valuable and they're impactful so they can get the investments for their next raise. As I mentioned, we've made approximately 45 investments to date. We have 1 more year to go. So about another 10 or so, and we're also raising our second fund. And happy to debrief this with anyone else that has any other questions. There we go. So this is who we are. I have experience in tech, present at Google and Shopify, just to name a few, but I've been always part of the startup community for the past 45 plus years in North America, trying to help that ecosystem here in Europe and Southeastern Europe. Dimitri, on the other side, has a lot of experience on the commercial and business side. Spent a lot of time in Europe as well as in Asia, so we make a really good complementary team to actually drive what it means for founders to level up and get to that next investment. The connecting link between Dimitri and I and why we got together is because he also did an enormous amount of work as a founding member in Antler of Singapore, close to 900 investments. So that kind of closed the loop on why we wanted to provide that impact for the ecosystem. These are some of our investments. They're not all of it here, but it's fair to say we're sector agnostic, geo agnostic. Canada, US, UK, France, Italy, across Europe. It just so happened to land that about 24% of our portfolio is in biotech, health, and life sciences. So we've built a lot of rapport there. And then on the other 2 sectors that we're really familiar with are robotics and fintech. 15 of these teams have actually gone on to raise their seed or Series A round. These are some of the important partners we have in collaborating for co-investments or follow-on rounds. They're all over the world. We leverage these partners, and we hope to build this out even more with the remaining part of the fund, as well as Fund 2. They play an important role in making the team successful in their next phase of their journey. And we build deep relationships, and they're all over the place, Europe, Canada, US. So there's a lot of outreach where we can actually make the intros for the next round of the team. I like putting this up here too because, we're in a small country, but who cares? It doesn't really make any difference. We're a global entity, and for 2 quarters in a row, we've been borderline in the other quarters. I don't know why they didn't put us in the list, but we make enough impact in Europe to actually be mentioned by Sifted. So we're really proud of that. And that's it. Any quick questions? One question. Anyone that wants to ask something? You can find me on, whatever, LinkedIn, here. I usually wear a hat, so. All right, thank you.
But don't get down yet. Maybe we call Apostolos from Helidoni on stage 2, and together with you, Konstantinos from Terra, because Konstantinos is actually one of the founders you both have invested in, and the format coming here was supposed to be the founder to pitch the investor. So maybe, Konstantinos, you can share a bit on how these 2 investors have helped you, and I'll put behind the video of your company. Pitch
yes,
them. You have to convince everyone here.
So both Genesis Ventures and Helidoni are, let's say, our first investors in the pre-seed fundraising we have done. Okay. And in our latest investment, they followed on both, and to be honest, they helped us a lot and support us a lot in order to raise the next round. Without their support, I think it would be much more difficult to raise a round. Starting from Genesis Ventures, you have seen the background. They combine. It's a mix of tech, but also business experience, and this helps a lot a company like us in the early stage, because we have someone to talk about tech, but also you have someone to talk about business, okay, and fundraising. So it was very important right from the start to have people that we were discussing, let's say, daily about our problems and challenges, and also people that could open doors for us, okay? Moving on to Helidoni, also Dimitris Georgopoulos, who is the president of Helidoni, he was co-founder at Buildium, as you said. I think bootstrapped till 5 million revenue or something like this, and so he knows how a company starts and what it needs and how to support also the co-founders, okay? They helped us a lot in Greece, especially for opening doors to us to the banking sector in order to create some lease plans for our customers, for example, or to find some prospects in Greece in the agriculture sector, despite the fact that they don't have a very, let's say, deep connection to agriculture. So they have a network and the willingness also to help you during this stage, which is very important, very critical for a company. So I would like to thank you both. I think together with our team, we are one team, and this is how we feel them.
What were some of the questions you were asking them? How were you evaluating them if they should join your cap table or not? Was it the things you said, their experience, or the support they were promising to give you?
I think because when you begin and you do a fundraising for the first time, okay, at least we didn't have startup experience before. So we couldn't, let's say, assess all the values that an investor can give to a startup. So I think, but this was important, I think we, let's say, saw the willingness and how friendly they are with the co-founders. I mean, we didn't see them as investors, but as partners, let's say, as member of the team. And this created a trust environment that for us was easy afterwards to decide.
I have to say, I don't know, Apostolos, if you share the same experience. I met you, if you remember, in an event in Thessaloniki with Petro in a corner at a table, much smaller than Slush. And it was extremely, very raw in terms of, I have this product, it works like this, we really want to move it forward. And now, three and a half years later, you're out there pitching to customers in the Netherlands, in France, in Italy, and they've actually built a really cool machine, NVIDIA-based machine learning AI on their system. They're really undercutting themselves in terms of the stuff that they've done, and now they're rocket shipping this all over Europe. So congrats.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah. You can see from this video just, let's say, a snapshot of what we do. So I will keep it short, just sharing some slides in order to understand the impact of what we do, because I think this is the most important thing. One moment also to load the slides. Okay. Good, I guess. Okay, so I'm Kostas. I didn't introduce myself. Thank you, Eliso, for doing it. I'm engineer farmer and also co-founder of Terra Robotics. And this is how we started. I had the field, being in farmer boots, I had the field in my field, the problem in my field. So we are trying to make cutting-edge technology accessible to all farmers, okay? And one laser at a time. So we use laser technology, we provide laser weeders in order to help farmers tackle their number one pain, which is weeding. You saw a video before. I will go to this slide. Our system includes boxes that you can build it. It's very modular, so you can have a very big system. And we have simultaneous detection, tracking, and targeting with 1 millimeter precision, which is much higher even for compared to human precision while doing the same task. So in full setup, we can target up to, let's say, 500,000 approximately weeds per hour, meaning that we can burn on the ground the unwanted plants, the plants we don't want inside there, and this number is pretty huge. We have a patent filed, and one advantage among others is that we can have a new crop every week. This means that only in 1 week our model can be trained and add a new crop, new weeds in it, so it can operate in new fields and new conditions. So it's very plug and weed. This means that you just buy as many boxes as you want, you connect them to the tractor, it's 5 minutes or so to any tractor, and you can start and monitor the operation through the tablet app, a web app we have inside the tractor cabin. So you get suggestions about how fast or how slow you should go inside the field, and all this based on the detections we see on the ground and how many weeds we have on the ground. We have proven both technology and the market. We have made extensive trials for 2.5 years in Greece, Italy, France and Netherlands in variety of conditions and crop types. We already have one customer, more than 70 leads across Europe, Australia and US, and 3 units under negotiation for the first quarter of 2026. These are the results of our first customer in the first month of usage, and I have put this slide just to understand the impact. You can see in the photo some regions that we didn't use laser and some regions that we did use laser, okay? So the result was that he had 17% lower weed density on the ground, and this for him was a quasi 100% result because he didn't use any worker after this treatment. So that was a very good result for us, and it was also impressive also for us because it was our first real customer. And the good thing also was that after 3 weeks we took over the operation of the tool, meaning that the intersection of all these technologies, AI, robotics, laser tech, okay, that never existed before in agriculture, are combined in a system that it's also very user-friendly. So, some numbers based on this customer. He's a 100-hectare customer. He's small for Europe, even for Europe. So he could have high savings per year per unit, okay? And his potential is 3 units, meaning that for us it's only from one customer, something like 750K of revenue. So we can understand that even Europe market, where we have, let's say, more than 350K farmers like him, okay? It's a huge market for our product. That's all from my side. We have a proven tech, we have a validated market, and we own the technology that is not only applicable to agriculture. We have a dual-use technology that have many verticals and can be used as a core technology to many different industries. Okay? Thank you, and I'm open to questions, of course.